Hello everyone. Oops, let's see. What am I doing here? See if I got this right. It looks like it's okay. I guess only time will tell. Let's see if I can get my magnifier in the right spot without making a mess. Can you all see okay? And Saga looks okay. So I didn't switch to, what do you call it? I didn't switch to dalliance, but I have it sitting in the wings here that I can switch to it when I finish my 500 stitches on Neko Hotel. So this is Neko Hotel, and it is on 20 count, and it's 1/1 with arrow floss, and I'm doing a diagonal method. That's what I'm hoping. And I am waiting for a phone call, so it's possibly going to happen while I am live, and hopefully it won't kick us off. If it does, I'll start up again, but it's kind of important because it's my medicine being delivered. So I couldn't avoid that. So anyway, I welcome everyone, and thank you for coming. And I know I'm not Yogi, but I'm happy that you're here and hope that you will enjoy the stream. And I am looking forward to being here with you all and stitching with you. Now, I use a fairly small hoop, and because I find it more comfortable. So I don't have a huge amount of space, but I hope that I have enough space to, I do have enough space to stitch. And I have Saga showing. And I fixed my goal, which was supposed to be nearly 500 stitches, but I had messed that up and put 100 extra stitches on there. So anyway, so I've done 90 out of 262 that are left. So I'm going to do one thing really quick. The little app for Saga to put it on the screen, sometimes it makes the stream at the start lag a little bit, and so I get an error, but it usually calms down after a while. I don't think that it's gonna affect us at all, so it should be fine. So anyway, so I'll just say hello to people. Hi, Clara and Busy Mom and Ava, Mandy, Laura, and Allison. Welcome in, everyone. I'm glad you're here. And anyone else that's lurking, you can lurk if you want. I don't mind. No pressure. So it's dark here now, so I did mess with the lighting a little bit, so let me know if it looks okay. Hopefully it will be good enough. It looks really bright for me, but when I look at my camera, it doesn't seem so bright. But yeah, I see really clearly because it's very bright. So anyway, so I'm working on Neko Hotel, and I can show you what that looks like. Here is the picture of this is the cover picture that was on the pattern. It's adorable. I love it. And I was working on it earlier, but I needed to go make dinner and stuff, and then I started stitching again, and I thought, I really want to work on this. I really want to work on dalliance too. So I have dalliance off to the side. If I get, I think I need, let me double check real quick so you can see. I have 172 stitches left. No problem. That should, yeah. Now, my son is home, and y'all, all of you that are here that have said on the chart, you all know how he is. So we don't really need to worry about it too much. But so, and hopefully you can see everything okay. Let me know. And I'm going to reload this really quick. So hopefully when I get my phone call, it won't knock us off or make things crazy. But I just have to let the guy in and then go and get my medicine. So we'll see. And I'm not sure why this is saying I'm having an error, but we will just leave it as it is. So anyway, I'm going to start. Now I have it set up for min to max, but I think that it's not really necessary. I've sort of been picking instead. Let me move my, I brought some cookies in here to eat and some chocolate and some Cheerios. So I'm all ready with my snacks, and I have some water. And so I'm looking at this, and I am going to straight up take this $, because I know that that is the one that needs to go the most right now. Let me see if I can find a needle. And here we go. So, and this is number 17, which is a really cool lime green. It's really nice. And I think what I'll do is, no, I think I'll do this. I'll do it this way. I'm going to kind of go a bit cross country and then go back to, this also goes down the line here. And as I said, I'm working on 20 count 𝐴𝐷𝐴. It's 1/1 full cross, and I am using Arrow Floss, which is a poly cotton, or what they call eco cotton, and it is an 80-20 cotton polyester blend, like CXC, and I love it. It's really great. Sorry, it slipped out of my hand. I also do wax my thread because I find that it lays nice and flat, so I use a fresh beeswax from a honey or a beekeeper, and it smells so nice. I love it. And I have tested it, and it does wash out, so I'm not worried too much. So I'm going outside of my little diagonal. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to park that there, because I just realized that the other ones are way down here, and I don't want to. Yeah, we'll do this instead. So and we did that, and park, and I'm minimally parking, really. I don't really need to park so much. A lot of the colors are quite confetti, so it's not a huge amount. There's another one here I just noticed I missed earlier, and I will get those. And I'm looking around to make sure that there's no other ones. So that was 3854. I have a needle board right here, and I know that that is on there because I've been using it. There we go. And it's just 2 stitches. And my kid is in his room kind of groaning about stuff, and I don't know what it is, but we will just ignore it because he's grumpy. So if you hear any different little sounds in the other room, teenagers. This is from Unconventional X Stitch, and Allison asked, did Alex enjoy his Spanish rice tonight? He didn't eat that tonight. He had it for lunch today, and he ate it all up. Tonight, he just wanted bread with some ham. So he didn't eat anything, really. You don't want to play computer? That's okay, baby. You don't have to. You're okay. Yeah? If you're going to bed, you need to go and pack your computer up, okay? Okay. Oh, that's enough now. All right. Yeah? Yeah, you're fine. Sorry, my stand shakes a little bit when I... Okay. Alex, that's enough, okay? Oh. Yeah. Okay, so those are done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these. I'm sort of just picking my colors as I go instead. And I have this one parked down here, and that's okay. So what I'll do is I'll do the, I'm pointing to my screen and I'm showing you guys what I want to do. I keep forgetting, you guys can't see my hands. Okay. So let's see, that is number 12. And I have my floss. Oh wait, I did, oh, remember I did an extra one of those on my needleboard. Handy. I actually set up another one. Also, the information on this chart and the artist is in the description. If you forget, you can always look again. And it's just super whimsical. I love it. And it's been a real joy to stitch. I actually thought that there would be a lot more, the block stitching was going to be, you know, a lot. And I don't mind block stitching. I don't mind air stitching. I don't mind sky stitching. I find it relaxing. But this one has like a really interesting blend of block and confetti. Allison says, I do that with my computer when in Teams meetings, like everyone can see. I know, it's hard. It's hard to not do that. Like, yeah, like right there. Let's see. And I think on this, I'm going to do a little bit of English style. Double check the pattern. I was stitching along on the, oh wait, I didn't do that. All right, oh, that's fine. I'll fix it. Long suffering sighs from the other room. I was stitching the last block and I just kept stitching. I didn't look and I had to frog a little bit. Not too much. It was pretty okay. But a couple stitches, I was like, you know, that actually was supposed to be a different color. Got into the groove. I love this green. It's so fun. Let me double check my pattern. Really good. I just kind of get off my legs. Yeah, you're okay, Alex. You can do that. You can do that, Alex. We're not doing that, okay?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He's all quiet. As soon as I start talking, you know? That's how it is. And then I am going to pull on that. There we go. Okay, now let me mark those. I just pulled up a piece of floss. Let me push that through. It's the end from those peach colored. It's attached. It's just it just pulled up with the, you know, because the floss is kind of fuzzy, so it pulled up with the other. Let's see. So I'm doing this, and I'm mostly sticking to the diagonals. Mostly.
Okay, really good boy. I got my muscles today.
Okay. I'm glad you got your muscles today, Biscuit.
Really hungry.
You're really what are you gonna go eat? Yeah, you're gonna work on your lunchbox too, right? So here, I am going to just end this one, I think, instead of trying to make it go up again. I'll just put it on my needleboard to start over. There. I decided I was going to travel it back up, but I'll just start it again. With this starting and ending is so easy. Yeah, that's okay, baby. Okay. Why don't you go make some food, okay? Okay, I'm doing a live stream. Look, I'm filming. Okay. Okay, and then we can pick up this one right here, which looks a bit of a hot mess. So hopefully he's so good usually, but like right now he's a bit volatile, so it's a lot of sweet talking and being gentle, but also not allowing him to get away with it. That looks really funky. Oh, okay, well, we'll just leave it. Oh, it's a different color. I was like, wait a minute, why does that look so weird?
I just want some desserts.
No, go eat some dinner, okay, instead.
Dinner sucked.
Okay.
It was
We'll go have a banana peanut butter then. No hitting stuff.
Not say no.
I keep putting my hands in the way, I just noticed. Hopefully. Oh yeah, it's really one of these fine lines of putting the camera exactly where you want it. Let me move that over just a tiny bit. Oh, there we go. I think that'll work. Okay. Well, we'll try that for a while. It's a little bit different thing. Hi, Janine. Look what I'm working on. Let's do that. I'm gonna lose my thread though. And I won't be streaming as long as tonight because I have to be somewhat alert in the morning to make sure Alex gets to school. So I'll probably, I think like 12 max. It's 9:30 right now, so I think that's a good one. I mean, a lot of times I don't fall asleep before then anyway, but I want to make sure I don't go to bed at 3. Like I do sometimes watching Yogi. Oh, it's so bad. Because then, you know, like I fall asleep and then I wake up and I'm like wide awake. Yeah. Last night I was like, I'm not giving myself that chance. I saw that she was starting her stream at 10 and I thought, nope, I'm going to bed. Okay. That's this one here. And I think that I'm going to park that there for a second and do these other stitches so they're out of the way. And I will start a new thread. That's 17. And I don't have one on the board. Let's see if that, no, that's 20. I was stitching it diagonal, color flow, cross country, kind of all together like that. But I was like, I decided I wanted to go to diagonals, give myself less to focus on. And the problem was I was making my diagonals so long that I couldn't, you know, it was like, it was too much. So now I'm just doing it like one box at a time diagonally. And I think that it's working. A lot of these stitches, I'd already done a bunch of the confetti, so it's pretty much filling it in right now. And Allison says, for the goal box, is that just for the day or does it carry over? Like, can I set it to 5,000 stitches and let it count down for each stitchy? Blah. Yes, absolutely. It works that way. And it's really awesome. So it's this bell. So if you can see the bell here up at the top, actually here, I can do this to show you better. I have the technology. Let me see if I can find it on the, of course it's under the damn handle. Hold on. And then I just turned my screen off. Okay. So there. Okay, now you can see the saga a little bit bigger. Sorry, I moved the camera because it was the box was underneath the handle. I have to figure out a better holder, I think. It holds it really well. It's just that it covers up the screen, so it's a bit difficult. I probably have to put it underneath. But anyway, so if you look here, this bell, so that turns it on and off, and then you just press new goal, and then you just give it what you want it to be. Hello, Amanda, welcome in. So I usually don't leave the goal up, but I've been doing it for the stream just because it's not in my way and it's not really bothering me. I do usually close that because it does get in the way. And also I've been putting the little, but it's so tiny, this little mock-up, so it's not really, you know, worth having it up. So I don't usually leave it up. It's the, yeah. So, and if you have any questions about Saga, let me know. I can show you while we're here, because I do have this. I fixed it so I can, you know, do a little Saga window and without messing with it too much. So let me turn that off. Let me find the off button. There we go. Oh, and then the Saga got turned off. Okay, so there's Saga again. Let me adjust that because I had messed it up. Okay, so there we go. And I think that's good. Thanks, that will be handy. Yeah, I used it, at first I was doing, like I had done like 1,000 rotation, and I would do it until, you know, I was doing it like that. And so it's like a fine line to have it in the right spot. Sorry. I want you guys to see, but I also want to see my my magnifier. If I move the magnifier just a tiny bit, then it covers it up. Okay, so this was number 17, right? So, and I don't know what he is doing in the other room. Oh, this next 5 days, you know, I love him. I do love him. But 5 days of just alone time is so nice. Just, yes. And, you know, this looks like I missed a stitch here. I wonder... Yeah, it looks like I missed some stitches on this one. Okay, well, I'll put this here. It says 1, 2, 3. And then I think what I will do is I'll do a stitch over here and end it, and then I'll just later on add it back to the piece after I need it again. Oops. Need it down there. Alex, there's some Spanish rice if you want. Okay. Okay. You're fine. Okay. You don't even have to eat dinner if you don't want. I'm not going to force you, okay? I'm just saying that there is there. What color was that? That was... I forgot to see what 17, right? There's like 17 and 12, and I was like, which one was it? Okay. And I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to go back down here. So, yeah. And there's not much of this thread left, so I'm going to end it and start a new one. And this one is 12. I think I put that one back up at on the board. Sometimes I forget to actually start the sprint, start that goal. But I try to remember. I actually did forget to start it today and started it after I did like 10 stitches or something. And then I actually put the wrong number in there anyway. So I deleted it and just... Because the calendar already shows how many stitches you've done during that day. So it's not a huge deal. It's nice because it shows the stitches you have done, how long you've stitched, and how many stitches per hour you have if you start a sprint. But otherwise, the information's there without it. So it's not a huge deal. The Saga has so much stuff that is just so useful. And I remember when I was stitching a lot with Pattern Keeper, and I kept thinking, oh, it'd be so handy if I knew what colors were in this 10 by 10 box. And then I thought, you know, wouldn't it be handy to have the little crosshair thing? And it was so funny because I didn't know that it was something that was available in Saga. So when it became available in Saga, okay, so my package is going to be here pretty soon. I just got a message saying it will be here. So I may have to jump up real quick and do that. Let me check this. Let me check this one color. Whoops. What is it, Biscuit? I know that stitch is not there, so I'm gonna erase it. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna fudge it. Right? Why not? Okay. Because, yeah, life's too short. It's a little bit lighter than the other ones. Let's see, then this one goes. Oh, let's see if I have enough. If I don't, then I will probably just end on the end of this one because there's a bunch of this color up there and it'll just continue. Because I think I am doing diagonals, but I might, it depends on how confetti this is. This part was pretty confetti. I may just move back up to the top again. I don't know, it depends. Can look and see how much I have left. It's stuck in my needle. And I forgot to leave it so I could end it. So I am going to, I might be able to, let's see. I think I can make it there and back. Let's try. Wait, let's leave, oh, that's fine. Just leave it there. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Oh, let's see if I can actually do this. Hello, Suzanne? Oh. No, don't hang up, don't hang up. Oh, no. Shoot. Oh, they hung up. Hold on a second, okay? Let me put the... Okay, I'm back. I don't know if anybody's still here. Hopefully, I tried to run downstairs fast enough, but I was stuck. So, hopefully, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it wasn't going to let me answer my phone while I was streaming, because that was just perfect, right? Okay. That is just typical. I'm gonna take a drink of water because I'm frustrated now. Ay. Oh well. It's fine. It's my medicine and Amazon, and they deliver at the latest possible time. It's nearly 10 o'clock, and they're, it's just super irritating. They couldn't do it, and then sometimes they don't come until like after 10, and it's frustrating, but it's convenient. So, and now I have to wait until tomorrow. Nice. I mean, the Amazon thing was not a big deal, but I did kind of want my medicine. But I didn't know that I wouldn't be able to answer my phone. My phone, it just wouldn't let me get to that part of my phone for some reason, which is really weird. Anyway, life goes on. I'll just not eat any sugar. No, it's fine. They give a time that they'll come between 5 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So you kind of have to guess, kind of thing. Super annoying. And I have a port telephone, so you can't just walk in my building. So the guy was ringing me from the port telephone, and yeah, and they drive away super fast. So yeah, it's gone. I got down there, and he was gone. It's okay. Just irritating, as usual. So. No, and I live on the 6th floor too, so I had to get myself out of my chair, put my shoes on. Well, I only had to slip on my little slippers, but still, it took a bit for me to get down there. Okay, so I did those stitches. Okay. So, yeah. So do we move back up or attempt down here? Let's see, I don't have anything really to do until I have a little bit here, but it's not really that much. We'll do it. Why not? So, and Mr. in the other room, he's not being happy with things. No, you know what? I don't really want to work on this. It's like there's just tons of confetti and the white and all that, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness. Actually, let's make it smaller. I don't want to work over there. Okay, well, anyway. I'll do that. 502. So, sorry, I'm a little flustered now because I'm a little bit angry. A little bit. It's not, it's like I half expected it because I really wasn't sure how the stream app would affect, would work with my phone. And yeah, so now we know. It's not going to answer. And it should have, but it's just like, I don't know. I'll have to look into that because that's not okay. I should be able to answer my phone if there's an emergency. I mean, like stream over emergency, you're going to pick emergency. That's a weird color in there. Huh. I wasn't expecting that bluish green in there. Gonna do a little pin here. It's like breathe. Then I breathe, then I yawn. Okay, so that was 502. Oh wait, didn't I do those ones? I did do those ones. I marked the one. I thought I marked those. All right. Oh, I know what I did. I just did the Why is that? Wait. Okay. So, oh, this is a good one. 610. And my board of mess. That's 5. No, that's 6. Oh, I have to take it down. Can't see that far. See if I can pull it out and not all the rest of them. So, in a way, I think that I will do all of these, this color. Just do it. There's not really enough to bother parking, in my opinion, and not just do like 2 stitches. They're close enough together. I'm just going to do them. Oh, he went quiet. So then here, and it seems like even though I took my phone, ran downstairs, the stream was still able to revive. It wasn't actually truly gone, which was kind of nice. I mean, not that I planned that to happen, but that was good. I muted the mic. That was good because I was swearing like a sailor. I was trying to turn the camera off too, but it's like too much was going on at once. It was not going well. Okay, so I'm gonna end this here. See if I can get nice. Every time I do that little diagonal pin start and end, I'm like impressed with it every time because it's so easy and it just works. So I'm gonna just put this up on the board again. 610 and put my grid back up. And then the other one was this little flower. And I should double check, make sure you guys can see. I can move it down a tiny bit, like that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so, and I think I'll do the same thing with this one. 3857. 3857. And I have one on the board. Nice. The board is just, it's the best thing for this pattern. And not mosaic, sailing under the solar eclipse. Let's put it in the right spot. Alex, are you okay? You're not happy. Okay. You were quiet, so I was just making sure you're okay. Do you want to go pack your computer up tonight so it's ready? Okay. You'll have to do it in the morning. No fighting about it. Not good enough. What's not good enough? Your back. Oh, Lord. I might complain too much about my back. This is possible. So now that I'm down here on this part, I'm like, yeah, okay, I do want to work on that in the tail. It's just super confetti. So here I could, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Just make sure you guys can still see this. So let me mark these. Let's see, like, I think that I would end this, actually. Let's remove that. Because it's like really hard to carry all that across. I know what Christina would tell me. She'd say, carry it across, don't worry about it. But I'm kind of not like that. So actually, I am going to end this completely here, and I'll just take the threads over there again. So let's fix this one. And just because I do it that way, because I don't feel like trying to fish the threads back and miss. So I always take out, it's just easier. So this is the way I end it. I don't know if anybody's not seen this, but so what I'm doing is I'm taking it I'm doing the last leg first, but I'm leaving a loop, and then I go through the middle of the aida, and it's like a 3/4 stitch, and then I go up to the top and tuck it in. This is called Neko Hotel. It's from Unconventional X Stitch, and the artist is Mrs. Butter D. There are links in the description. Mrs. Butter D's art is kind of fun, so it might be interesting to look at. I'm going to do these 3 here. I wasn't sure I liked it at first, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was like, no, I got to do this. Oh, and I found my tweezers, by the way, that I was looking for earlier. They had fallen into my other basket. this color is so dark, and there's like a lot, there's a bunch of white because of the cat, and then the lighter greens and stuff. I just feel like I'm tempting fate taking the dark colors in the back, and with this ending, it's just so, it works so well. I'm like not afraid to start and stop, you know? It's not really wasting any more thread, which is nice. And not that I'm saving, you know, I'm trying to specifically save. Yeah, that was Nettie and Janine's fault. LOL, but it's a fun one other than those outlines being so confetti. Yeah, it is pretty confetti heavy. I'm gonna zoom in just a tiny bit. I noticed maybe, but seriously, I love it. And doing it with this end and start and end, it's just, it works. It's not bothering me now. Like I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to work on the confetti, but it's like, nah, it's fine. If I have to start, the only problem is it's easier to start and stop 2 stitches. 1 stitch is a little harder. I kind of have to be a little more careful. But the cat is like right here. This is the tail of the cat. I don't know if you can see it. I've been so excited about, I wanted to stitch it, but then the outline was just so bad. Oh, I missed it. That's another thing with these needles. They're pretty sharp and they will go straight down. Well, I almost started the loading chart. Amanda says, I was actually looking at one of her other patterns the other day. I'm glad to know more of her art. Oh, which one were you looking at? I'm considering loading eventually, but they're pretty big patterns, and I'm a little bit like, I don't really need to make another big project right now. Loading. Okay, yeah. See, that's the one I like as well. I'm like, no, I'll wait. Okay, so let me end. I'm going to end this, and then I'll switch colors because, yeah, I could do a different color. So with this part, I might just circle that, I don't know, kind of, it's like I say I don't mind, but then I'm like, oh, maybe I want to do something else. I don't know. We'll see. I have less than 100 stitches to go, and then I can switch to dalliance. Janine says loading is still on my to-do list. Yeah, I like that one. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to move that up a little bit. Okay, so we did those. Could do more, I guess. I might as well do those. There aren't any more of those. Not really close by. A little hoarse, actually. Oops, cord. 3857. I will say the guy tried to call me like 3 times, so you know I'm not faulting the driver. He did try, so that was pretty good. Just it's just irritating. You know what I mean? I'm going to drink a little water. Let's see. see if I can get a needle. Trim that off. I wax the threads, but then I usually trim off the ends because it makes it easier. But sometimes I'm a little lazy and I just leave it. And then, like this time, it shredded the end. So, you know, doesn't always pay to be lazy. See, it threaded right away without any issue. Okay, so if I go and do, I'm just making sure you guys can still see. I've stopped looking, as I have far too many patterns now and struggling to decide what to start next. Oh, I don't have any, there's no struggles on what to start next. It's, my problem is fabric. Fabric is really expensive here. I can't just order it from Amazon and, you know, I mean, I could, but it's not very good. It's not, you know, like, I can get some Luke S, which is really thin and it's very starched and it's just not, like, it's not awesome. And it's pre-cut, so then there's never big enough sizes. Just making sure it's really, is it too far off on the edge, you think, or should I move the camera a little bit more? I'm kind of thinking maybe I should. Let me see. That might work. Okay. Oh. And this is going to go here. And then I will end it here because I don't really want to go on the back of the white. Let me check something real quick. I'm going to turn that off for a second. I got a message. So. Sounds like a busy life there. Anyway, I'm live, so if you want to join, come on over. Okay, and then I didn't mute my... Okay. Oh, I am just super professional. Okay. And... I use voice to text a lot because I'm too lazy to type shit out. I mean, type things out. Gotta watch my swearing, I think. Hopefully no one's offended. That's the one thing about living in Sweden. You get used to just nobody caring about swearing. It's like, meh, no one cares. Let me check and see what these colors are real quick. Ah, Christina's coming. Yay! Wait. No. Okay, that's right. I'm going to check these colors if they are dark enough. Yeah, okay. These other ones are dark enough so I can do a pin stitch in here without worrying too much about the color. And with that, I can go over here. Not there. You can see I pin stitched a bunch in here. I was really worried about it because I didn't want a bunch of little pimples on everything. Allison says, I've worked in workshops for years now. I'm shocked by nothing. Yeah, but you're from Scotland, right? Correct? And it's a different thing than, say, there's a stitch that I did wrong. Than like in the US. The US, everyone's like, I mean, the way I was raised, you didn't swear. And everyone is like clutching their pearls if you swear. And it's just, yeah, I've gotten used to it not mattering. I remember when I first moved here, I went to a bobbin lace, like a little get together. It was a class, but no, there was no teacher. It was just a get together kind of thing of people who do bobbin lace. And there was this lady, she was, probably late 60s or something. And she would, every time something would happen, she'd go, fee fawn. And fee fawn means like, oh hell, it's like a swear word in Swedish, but it's to an American ear, it doesn't sound dangerous or anything, but the way she said it made you think that, you could understand she was swearing. It was like, it sounded angry. And every time she'd do it, I'd flinch. So yeah, I actually made a mistake over here. I just noticed. Let's see. We will mark that one and wait, nope. Mark this one instead. Oh, you know what? It looks like I probably didn't do a mistake. It depends on what this color is. 315. 315. It's right there. Whoops, almost. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely not the color it was supposed to be, but yeah, we'll go with it. It's like really thick here because I was pinning everywhere. But I think that I could do like these stitches here. I can just move it over and then pin under. I'll do like a little tuck in. That's the other thing I like about Ada. You don't have to worry about it. You can just, there's enough space that you can tuck things in. It's harder on 22 count for sure, but it's not too bad. Let's see. That's 315 back on the board. And there's that. Okay, so do I continue doing that or do some more? I don't know. Allison says, yeah, normal language for us. Yeah, definitely. Laura says, saying the F word is more of an adjective here in New Jersey. Yeah, I can see that. Janine says, "What I was going to order some fabric from Lucas. Are they not good? Fabric is super expensive here too." I didn't really like it. I'm doing my Totoro on 16 count, which is fine. That was fine. It was really thin though, and pre-cut. So that was kind of an issue that, you can't really do anything big on them. And then I bought, and I thought, well, it's not that bad. I'll buy a 2-pack of black Aida 16 count. And it was like so hard to pull the needle through it. But it was super thin. And it's like, nah. Yeah. So Clara says, Janine, if you order Zweigart from them, then you're good. I'm not sure about their own brand, but you can't go wrong ordering Zweigart. Yeah. Zweigart is really good. I would say Zweigart, DMC, Perman. I believe Perman sells under Winchell's in the U.S. and Perman is a good brand. I'm using Zweigart now. Yesterday, the fabric I had. Yesterday was actually it was probably Perman anyway. So I do not. Luca S. bought 25 count even weave, and it was so starched it got paper cut. Oh dear, that's really bad. Do not like. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, that's just that's crazy. Okay, well, you know what? I'm biting the bullet here, and we're gonna do these. Do these ninja stitches. Oh, come on. Move for me. Okay. I just like my box to be like, well, I want it there. And I can go down here. I like to have a specific area to work in and not worry too much. Okay, so it's like one stitch of everything. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, already. Oh, there's one down there. Did I miss that one? Of course I did. Okay, so 3826. And none on the board. Just one stitch. Oh, there's one down there too. Okay, well, 3826. Yeah, I was really disappointed. The black was it was impossible to work with. Honestly, I was really unhappy with it. I started actually a Luca S chart on it that I had found the digital chart for 2 patterns that I really liked. And it just made my hands hurt because it was so hard to get the needle through it. Okay. So here, it's like one stitch. Let me double check. Yeah, see. Oh. Okay. Be an adult, Suzanne. You can do it. Well, like, this is gonna ruin my 100 stitches per hour. I'll have to do some block stitching to make up for it. The magnifying glass is in the way. It sounds like he's sleeping again. Dang. He must be really tired. That must be why he's so grumpy. So I'm going to do a little tuck right there. Oh. Yeah, that worked. All right. there's more of this, but I'm not working in those areas, so it can go on the board. 3826. Okay. Oh, there's the bucket. 3861. None on the board. And this one will go over there. So that's okay. I can just, there's quite a few there, so I'll probably park it. Maybe. We'll see. 3861. I did a post on Yogi's group to say I was streaming since she's not. I don't know if, you know, if people are just not or whatever. It doesn't bother me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to do it as long as Yogi. I just, now he's asleep. He didn't pack his computer. Oh, yeah. Oh, he'll do it tomorrow. Hopefully. Like I said before, I worry about worrying. That's not... Keep forgetting to move that. Let me move that needle. It's a 26. Okay. And this one is right. Yeah, right here. That didn't end up in the middle. I mean, I think it's going pretty well considering considering my issues here tonight. Okay, and then I'm going to park it here for now. Let's move those threads under there because I don't want to deal with the other. Park that. Oops, wait. And this one is, I mean, look, it's like one here and then one way over there. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Yeah. I'm a big girl. Put on my big girl panties and just do it. And wait, is that? Oh, there's not even a hole in my needleboard for that one. 3033. Hi, Christina. I'm working on your favorite pattern knot. It's got cats in it, but I'm only going to work on it for another 80 stitches, then I'm going to switch to Deliance. It was my spin for today, and Yogi's stream got canceled, so I said, well, I'll do it. Just don't look at the cat tail, okay, Christina? You'll be okay. What? I'll move you off the screens. Yes, Luca S. brand, 25 count, used in petite cross-stitch kits because it's very sturdy for tent and prevents the fabric from going wonky due to tent stitching. Only buys 𝐍𝐞𝐜 25 count from them. Yeah, that would just be a completely different fabric then for needlepoint or petite point, I would think. So this is going to go, I think I'll do like a little loop start or loop end, I think. If I can get the needle through there. There we go. It's hard to see where the white is actually. I'm starting to think doing using colored fabric for full coverage is kind of a smart move. Let's see, there's that. Christina says, I'm sit and stitch chat with you guys for a little while before I need to go to bed. Yeah, I'm not going to be on super long because I have to go to bed and get the monster boy up in the morning and do laundry. I decided to take the 7 o'clock time so that I get it done. I somewhat regret that idea, but yeah. It is kind of nice to just get it done. I need my awl wherever it went. I want to put this back on the needle board. Where'd that go? Sorry, I'm looking for my awl. My guess is that it went down the cart. I have like a little cup holder. Oh, I know what I did with it. Oh, never mind. It's not even where it's supposed to be. I'll use this. I was trying to find it and it's not. It's over with the craft stuff that I was doing with maybe doing some blend threads with Cross Stitch Meadows idea. So I left the awl over there. It's fine. I have a needle that worked. Okay. These are all like over the place. Seriously. I'm never gonna get these stitches done this way. No, it's fine. So what are you working on, Christina? I'm actually thinking with this one right here, there's another stitch down at the bottom. I think I might do like a little pin and pivot so it doesn't go straight across. If I go like right here maybe and pin it and then do this one here, there's only a little bit of thread left. Oh. 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 I caught my needle board on my leg. Okay. And then there's a thread that got pulled out. We have no idea what that is. Let's see. Clara says, so you have to schedule your wash day in the apartments you live in. Yeah, that's a basic Swedish thing. If you live in an apartment, if you don't have your own, then you schedule which time you want to use. It used to be sort of the honor system before you had a key that you could put in the like there a pegboard kind of thing. It had like a little lock thing, and you would put that there for your schedule, so you could pretty much do it whenever. But this apartment building has changed it so that it locks if you can't access it if it's not your time, which is annoying. But and it used to be okay because my apartment building was mostly older people, so there was almost always time, but more younger people are moving in, and so the laundry time just disappears a lot faster. And we only have 3 times a day, so it's like 7, 12, or 5. And I could do any of them, really, to be honest, but I find that, like, if I want to stream, then 12 doesn't work, because then that's, when I'm still doing wash when it starts, or while I'm, streaming. And if I do it at 5, then I have to, it's still middle of streaming. And also the one at 5 is less time. So if you want to do anything like sheets or something like, if you have to do your clothes plus your sheets, there's not enough time for them to get washed and dried. So, and since I have to get up at, 7 anyway, it's easy enough. I just put my clothes on and go and do it. And Christina's working on her stamped kit, nice and easy before bed. How's your new stand? Do you like it? Okay, 3770. There's one up on the board. Nice. There's 2 on the board, actually. Except that is the wrong one. I actually mislabeled my 3770 when I got my Aerofloss. I better double check that one. And so I took a 3770 out of this cheap CXC box that I had. And so I've been using that one for a long time, and then I actually ordered some more, and I realized that the colors are like super off. Okay, no, that's that one. So I don't know if you can see, I only have a little bit of the old one left. Actually, that's probably not it. I think this is, maybe. Oh, I know, I moved it to the Golden Gate Bridge because I was using it. But the colors were so off. It was almost white. That one's the right one. And then I found it later. I had bobbinated it. I wrote the wrong number on it, like you do. And it was there all along. But I did buy a bunch more because I needed it for other projects. I still have a huge bunch. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Janine says, I'm working on my stamp kit to European Town. And Christina says, I can't really stitch very high up, but I'm getting used to it and love it. I have a nerd stand on the way. Yep, I remember that. I'm glad you're getting that. On the way for my other projects. And Christina's working on Cartoon Town. The one thing that I did, I don't know if your stand has this. When well, not your stand so much, but as your scroll rod. What I did was there were a bunch of different holes that you could adjust it. And I think if you have the same brand as I do, it's what Luca S sells as well. It's the same brand, I think. Oh, it looks similar anyway. And you can just move it around a little bit and use different holes. So then you can make it so it's not so deep. And that's the wrong place. Wait a minute. Am I in the wrong spot? There's that. Oh, okay. There's that. That's in the wrong spot. Okay, well, this is the right spot for this one. So you can make it so it's not so deep. I know mine worked that way. It was really awesome. And then you didn't have to reach up so far. And that one I want to end. Ew, that looks like a hot mess. Okay. Okay, so that was 3770. Janine says, Christina, nice. I love my stamped kits as much as my counted charts. And I'm waiting for 4 𝐏𝐽𝐵 kits, which I'm excited about because I've not tried that company yet. And they don't count towards whips, right? Is that what you were saying before? I believe that they use... their floss is the same as what I have, the Arrow. It's the Echo floss. And I'm wondering if their charts or their stamp kits were done by Middle Summer. It looked like it. So I want to check up here. I kind of feel like doing a bit of a maybe. I think it would be out of the way. I was thinking maybe I'll just do a little bit of block stitching, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll just do these colors up here. Let me move the screen. So go back up here a little bit. Oh, yeah, because I have 70 stitches. So let's see how many is here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you kind of need the color. Plenty. Okay, so we'll do that. I'm so lazy. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can move back up here. Can you see? Okay. Hey, Fred. And Christina says, testing out soap on my floss. So far, it's very nice. Oh, nice. Might have to try that because it would wash out. And as long as you're using a pretty safe soap, it wouldn't hurt anything. Interesting. Okay, so I am going to first do these little stitches. Let me find that. Can you guys see okay up there in the nosebleed section of the chart? Okay, so this was, oh yeah, wait, let's mark these stitches too. Oh dear. Where's that pen? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where is the pen? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, that's right. It just looks at a weird, looking at it at a weird angle. Just making sure I got it right. 1, 2, 3. Can you imagine if I get one of these wrong, then I get all of them wrong? But I can tell usually. I made a mistake down on the bottom part and didn't realize it until I was stitching in that part, and I was like, wait a minute, why is this not jiving? Yeah, and that's why. Interestingly enough. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. See if I can move the magnifier up a little bit, so I'm not looking kind of up at the angle. Okay. And here's another one. And then here. How's it going, Fred? Let's see. Clara says, I do know that it's EcoFloss. She changed her printing companies and now they are much clearer in print. I had to return one because the symbols and colors were printed twice on my fabric. Oh man. At the time she was switching printing companies. I think she uses Painted Fairy for printing now, which I'm happy about. I don't like when a stamped fabric has those neon colors on it and the symbols are all fuzzy. You're still not feeling great. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think actually, Christina and I both have kits from Middle Summer that we had custom printed for, she had a picture and I had a picture and we did them. We ordered them at the same time and they're really clear. And I got 16 count, which I regret because I don't like it. And I felt like the fabric is so hard that it, the floss felt like it was getting damaged. Actually, I might try the soap thing and see if that works with it, because it felt like pulling through, just really rough. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Let's see. Let's mark these. Oops. And then I'm gonna go over here and do these ones over here, just so they're out of the way. I was really impressed with Painted Fairy images. And then actually, I'm going to just park this here. That's a good place to do that. There's a cluster of parked threads there anyway. And then I wanted to do 12. Because there's a lot of them. I could just stitch a bit. I need to move my booty a little bit. Oh, Okay, so Laura says, I'm having trouble with Painted Fairy. A lot of the same symbols, but in different colors. Okay, I didn't notice that so much. Oh. Janine says, that's true, Laura. You have to be careful. I do wish they'd use more symbols instead of just turning the symbol in a different direction. Yeah, that would make sense. So my idea is that I will, let me double check this. I need number 12, and there are none there. My idea with my printed kit that I had custom made is that I'm just going to, I have a saga file for it, so I'm just going to do it as a counted project because I really like it. I just didn't like the fabric. I have all the floss for it, so that's not a problem. And it's really super adorable. Just that the fabric was really tough. And, you know, I could do it on 14 count or something and just do it, have at it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Clara said, I had one done by middle summer, but in 14 count, I just have a hard time with getting my needle through the holes. It's very stiff. Okay, so yeah, it's not just me. I know Christina's not having a problem with it, but I do have damage to my hand. And so I was struggling with having enough to be able to pull it through. I changed needles. I tried all sorts of stuff and nothing was working. And I was really disappointed because it is very nicely printed. It looks amazing. And I got a saga file with it. Very impressed. Really well. I thought it was really well done. You know, there was huge margins. Just, it's so hard. You know, it was really nicely done. I should show you guys that picture. It's super cute. It was from a coloring app that I had found, which now is no longer on the App Store because they said it was stealing some sort of information. So I don't have it anymore. Unfortunately, it was really good. When I hurt my leg, I couldn't do a lot of stuff at first, so I would just do that for a while, and it was really nice. Let me see. I can show you. Let me open. See, I've been thinking ahead, and I set up a. Oh, of course, it's on the wrong part of the screen. Ugh. See, that's not good. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Ish. It's like, darn it. There we go. Okay, let's. And then it won't slide over. Why is that happening? Oh, come on. I'm like, oh, I can do that. And then it doesn't work. Now it's not wanting to focus. Okay, well, never mind. Just make sure it's still focused. Well, that's too bad. Oh well, it is what it is. Clara says, me too. Changed needles, going through each hole with a thicker needle to help the needle go through. Still, my fingers hurt. So all money gone to waste. That's too bad. And it wasn't that expensive. And so I wasn't really like overly upset because considering the chart that, where I got it, it really wasn't that expensive. And I have a saga file for it. So I actually can still do it. Where did you buy yours? I got mine from Dream Stitch. This is in the way again. But I did notice when I was working on the 16 count the other day that I think that's Perman fabric. Yeah, I think that's Perman. I was struggling a little bit with that too, which was too bad because I really like that. I mean, it's not anywhere near as hard as the, but I do notice the holes are a little bit on the small side on that. So Dream Stitch, okay. Yeah, talk to Ryan about that because we both got saga files for ours. And the saga file, I mean, the saga files don't match the symbols, but it was good enough. You could still figure it out. It was honestly didn't really need the saga file. The pattern is very clearly clear, but it did make it easier to not have to look through the paper to see which symbol was what color, though. I will say that. So my idea is when I hit my goal on this, of 500, if we're still here streaming, I'll take out dalliance for a bit. I set it up already, so it's in a hoop, so it's good to go. I didn't end that. There's still, I almost missed the other cross. Okay, so that one is, if you guys are up for it. I figure I can stream until about another hour. If it wasn't a get up early in the morning, I would stay up later, but it's so hard. And sometimes I'm so bad. Sometimes I snooze the alarm. I can snooze the alarm twice. I have it set so that, I wakes me up. I snooze it twice. And then sometimes I forget and I go back to sleep. Then I have another alarm that goes off at 7. It goes off at 7:30, but it reminds me 15 minutes before that. So if I have my arm under my head, the watch buzzes me awake. So I can still make it, but sometimes I miss that, and then I don't wake up until 7:30, and then Alex is nearly late, which is so bad. But, that's my fault. Okay. And then this one here, there's that. Oh, this green is so cool. And then you can see the little pops that are the confetti kind of added to it. But there wasn't a huge amount, just a little bit here and there. And it still makes it work instead of, a ton of different colors, just a little bit here and there. It's nice. Oh. See if we can get back to the other side with that thread. Oh no, I thought Laura says I have 3 snoozes and 2 set timers. Red is so pretty. No, red is ugly. Red is yucky. No red. No, I'm joking. Well, if it's in a pattern, it's fine. Like, I don't mind it, like, in this little part. it does add to stuff, but just red for being red, it's just ugh. But I've never liked the color red. I don't know why. It's always been like the hated color. Oh. Laura says, I don't know how we're going to handle next school year when we have to wake up even earlier. Ooh. What time do you have to get up now? Until last year, Alex went to school next door. So, it was, if he was a little bit late, it was like, okay. They kind of, they don't push him if he, has problems. Sometimes he has problems in the morning. So they won't put, if he's a little late, they didn't bother. But now he has to take a taxi. And Fred, you're yucky. No, you. All right, I'm going to do a couple of these stitches. Let's end that one. I'm pretty lucky. I don't really. I have my alarm set for 6:45. I don't really have to even get up then. Even he's pretty quick. But don't want to miss his taxi. He has a taxi that comes somewhere between 8 and 8:15. And if he's not down there at 8 o'clock, they'll leave without him. And then, but if he goes down there at 8, he may have to wait until 8:15. It's super arbitrary. So, so let's see. I should be up at 7 and out the door by 8-ish. Now, are you talking about that, Laura? And kiddo goes to middle school next year, and they start earlier than elementary. And Busy Mom says she gets up at 5:30 every morning. And Clara says, Fred, what's the medicine you have to take? Is it for your back? Fred gets all the good drugs. Not me. Okay. That looks okay. Okay, so another 12. I'm going to take it. I have a piece of chocolate calling my name over here. Should we have chocolate time? I have super Swedish, well, no, it's Finnish chocolate that Christina doesn't like. I only have one square left and my bowl of Cheerios. So this is my chocolate. It's Phaser milk chocolate. It's awesome. Better than Marabou. It's so creamy. And Christina doesn't like it. She likes Marabou. Chocolate all over me now. That didn't go very well. Okay, so Leah says I took some silicone And something else for nausea. Since my surgery, my intestines like to trap gas and fiber and make me feel sick. Ugh. Yeah. Milk chocolate is the best. Creamy, melts in your mouth. And Janine says, milk chocolate, close your ears, Yogi. And Christina, you're so mean. Only someone with no taste can say Phaser is better than Marabou. Nah. And Fred, from his back, it's Lyrica and opiates. And Allison says that her hubby brings back Dimensions Marabou from offshore. I love it. Must say, I like milk chocolate way better than dark. Hello, Kevin. Welcome here. And Leah likes Hershey's Special Dark. It's nice, melty, sweet, and dark chocolate. You know, that was my favorite chocolate until I moved to Sweden and tasted real chocolate. The last time they finally had at the dollar store. We have a dollar store. Nothing is for $1 because it's more expensive here. But they had some Hershey bars. And I usually just buy like Reese's because I like Reese's. And so I was like, oh, I haven't had a Hershey bar in a long time. So I bought a Hershey bar and I was all excited. I brought it home and I was like, what the heck is this? Why does it taste so bad? And I was like, I swear it tasted like puke. I mean, you know, literally, I was like, I couldn't even eat it. And I thought, it can't be that my taste is that different. Yeah. So yeah, there's this like Marabou over, you know, Phaser kind of rivalry in a way. Phaser's a Finnish chocolate company, and Marabou is in Sweden. There's other chocolate places, you know, chocolate stuff in Sweden, like Cloetta. They're not bad, but I don't think they have milk chocolate, like just bars of milk chocolate. It's like they have different flavors and stuff. And they're good too. But I found that the Marabou, to my taste, was too sweet. And a lot of people who like Marabou say Phaser is too sweet. So I'm not really sure where, you know, how that works. It's probably the same. Just, there's just probably some little tiny difference that you can tell. But they have this, the Phaser has this one that I love. It's called Geisha, which I do not really, I don't know, the name just makes me kind of wonder about it. But I do like it. It's a milk chocolate with hazelnut and crunch, like small little crispy bits in the hazelnut nougat in the middle. Oh, it's so good. But I didn't buy that this time because I bought just a regular milk bar. So I haven't bought Reese's in a while. I kind of have the feeling for that recently. Okay, so there's that. I have 12 more stitches to go on this. Woohoo! And oh, a dime. Okay. Let's see. Clara says, I see Fred. Yes, dealing with gas is horrific. My mother-in-law is on an opiate, acetaminophen, codeine for her back plus gabapentin. Laura says, I prefer a milk chocolate too. Allison says, that should be dime. A colleague from Norway brings over a nice chocolate when she's visiting. Can't remember the name of it, but it's also in a yellow package. It's probably Marabou then. That's the only one I can think of that is in yellow. All their packaging is really yellow. Leah says, I tried gabapentin, even at max dose, it did nothing. The Lyrica works well for the nerve damage in my lower back though. and he's in the process of transferring and blah, blah, blah. 𝐾𝐞𝐜𝐢𝐬𝐬 doesn't sound like a good brand. Yeah. And Christina says, I think the only just chocolate 𝐾𝐞𝐜𝐬𝐬 makes is the buttons you get from the loose candy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Those are pretty good. But I think that chocolate tastes different. It's not the same. They do better with normal, what do you call it? Yeah, they do better with the like fancy chocolates. And I just realized that this thread is here. So I'm gonna make a little, I'm gonna do a couple of these stitches, then end this thread, and I'll take the one that's parked over there. I just realized that there was a parked thread over on the same row. So I'll just do a couple of stitches, then I will end it. I can put it on my board. So that's good. I like that. And sometimes I often buy the Marabou dark chocolates. They're not too bad. And there was a Marabou bar. Oh, actually, I bought Marabou chocolate chip cookies, Christina. They're actually pretty decent. But I didn't bring it in here with me. I have a package of them. I brought some digestives instead. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. And we're almost done with this row. Okay, and this is number 12. Okay, so, and then I'm taking this one, because this is a thread that I parked earlier. Yeah. And then let's see. Clara says you have to be careful with acetaminophen and codeine because it makes you constipated. So the doctor says take stool softeners. Oh boy. Yeah, there's like two conversations going at once: drugs and talking about poop and chocolate. I missed part of the combo, and the cloaca is an opening on the animals like chickens and frogs. I got very confused. Yeah, see, it's Fred. He did that on purpose. He's a bad guy. He knew what he was typing too. I didn't know what that was. Oh, I was in, where is that place? Linköping, a couple years ago, and they have a 𝐾𝐞𝐜𝐬𝐬𝐬. I guess the factory is there, and they had like a factory store. You could go in and, buy lots of candy for cheap. And yeah, that was nice. Oh, I think 𝐾𝐞𝐜𝐬𝐬𝐬 does they do those caramel, old-fashioned caramel. Oh, they're so good. I think that you can get from 𝐾𝐞𝐜𝐬𝐬𝐬. Usually can only get it in loose candy. Are you guys fighting? American? Christina. Don't call the, let's the kettle black and all that stuff. So, and this is the last stitch. Oh, I will do this one and I'll park it because there's a little bit left. And that is my 500 stitches for today. Yippee! Let's see, that one was there. Woohoo! See, my goal done. That's good because I kind of wanted to work on dalliance a little bit. Laura asked for it, so I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do that, but I wanted to do my 500, so I did 499 because I had 499 to go for my 500. So now I have 251,500 left, and that was 106 stitches an hour. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I like it. You're not a very good American. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to switch my hoop really quick. I'm actually going to use my plastic Nurge hoop because I didn't want to mess with this. I can leave that there. So, so I'm just going to do a quick change real quick. Let's see if I can unscrew it. Oh, wow, that looks really cool. I don't know if you all can see that. Wait, look how that looks. Isn't that cute? I love the colors, just so awesome. Oh, I tied that up. So I have these bags, you know, so all the fabric's there. So yeah, that's done. Let me throw that somewhere. And you can see my legs. Put it under my cart. Okay. Oh, this is nice. I put the magnet on here and it grabbed my scissors and all sorts of stuff. Let me fix that real quick. So the other thing I did with this is the dalliance. Sorry about the moving about kind of thing here. Let's see if I can get it straight in here. Yeah, that's good. Oh, let's see if I can actually get it in the frame too. I can move it up. So this is DMC pre-gridded 18 count. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's see. I'm still flipping stuff around on my what do you call it? The turn off the camera button is in a really weird spot on Prism, so it's not red, it's orange. Shh, it's orange. It is 606, which is very much an orange, and I love orange. Okay. So let's find dalliance. So this was something that I did with this pattern last time. Okay, it's still so if you go into Saga and you do the little 3 dots, I have the pattern transform. So I've already done it. So if you click that, then you can reset. So I reset it and it's back. It doesn't matter because the pattern is square anyway. It's mirrored, but I wanted to work on this part of the pattern. This was the top, but I wanted to work down because it's just easier and then working across. So I decided to do the, I want to rotate it once, 90 degrees. So then you can see that my pattern, so you can see where I've worked on the pattern. Let me see if you guys can see that. It's not caught up. My screen hasn't caught up yet. So I can work on just one little, you know, I could switch it instead and work down. This way I actually have to do my crosses backwards, but it's only for this little part, and then I'll switch it again and I'll work down on that. I just felt like this whole thing worked better sideways. So that's the plan. And this is my vintage floss. Vintage as in from the 80s. I don't know. That's vintage, right? I mean, sort of. Okay. So, and then this is, so you can see the difference between this DMC and the normal DMC. This is so much nicer. It's really too bad. And Fred's got to run. Love you, Spouty, too. Say hi to Rich. And give cuddles to your kitties. So, and I'm working, this is 18 count, and I'm working 1/1. And I also will wax, well, not wax. I don't wax the DMC. I wax the ends so they stay from fraying. They're pretty good. Okay, and then I need to move my pattern a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. And okay, so, and this is not as tight as I'd like it to be, but yeah, meh. Oh, and I need to go the other way. So this would be this way. I had to rethink my starting thread. Like, wait, how does that work? And I probably should have, it still works. I'm pulling it too far. It's much looser. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, there. Okay, I have to reprogram my stitching. It's got to go the other way. Let me double check. Yeah, I had to turn my head a little bit and see if I did that right. Yeah, okay. It may take a little bit to get used to, but I'll get it. So Laura wanted me to work on. This is a long dog. Wait, that's not right. No, that's, wait, yeah. Right? Yeah, okay. No, then I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe my brain is not prepared for this. Let's see. So I did that, and those two, and one more. I did this way of, I stitched one of my modern folk embroidery ones sideways, actually, because the pattern didn't work in Pattern Keeper correctly, which was really annoying. So I had to turn I was using the surface at that point. So I had to turn my surface on the edge. It's weird. But that's working. I just have to get in the, in the mood of it. So I do notice that the 18 count or the DMC with the 18 count is much thinner. It doesn't cover as well as the Aerofloss does. Let me mark those so I don't lose my place. 3, 3. Okay. But I also know that, for example, modern folk embroidery, he talks about that a lot of the samplers were done with one floss instead of two, and that he preferred, and see that I pulled that up on accident. I pulled the end up. And so he likes it that way. And I know that the Lung Dogs recommend you do 1/1 18 on 18 count. So I figure, just do it. Okay, so there's that. Whoops. And this thread. And Amanda says, yay, someone else who uses vintage floss. I have a whole set from the 80s and a bunch from even earlier. My 1930 floss is my absolute favorite for quality. Yeah, you know, I wish, but I know this is one of those colors that probably wasn't allowed afterwards. It's probably a, quite toxic color to make. Well, there's 606s still available, but it's just the quality is just so much. I mean, it's like silky. It's like sliding out of my needle because it's so silky. It's just, it handles so much nicer. I have to fasten the thread. It's like the arrow floss, like really, I wax it too, so it really sticks. This DMC floss is just so silky. There we go. Let's see if I got it right and don't make a knot. I can't believe Alex went to sleep without eating. That's kind of worrying. Ugh. But I didn't want to push it. He was being a bit of a little... Oh, that's better. And this is the DMC pre-gridded fabric. It's really hard to, I mean, I can see it because it's really close, I'm pretty close up, but the line is really faint. These are really fun just to, because as I said, I don't mind block stitching. You still have to think a little bit because you need to make sure you do the pattern correctly. The hoop is catching on my watch. I'm going to remove my watch. So Amanda says, I like to use 2 strands just because I find 2 strands easier to work with than 1. Yeah, there is that for sure. Yeah, the dye process has changed considerably. That often means reds and some of the blues don't match between the past and now. And yes, so silky to use. But like I just fastened it on my needle and it's fine now. But this feels even thinner than normal DMC. I feel like, so if you like this floss, you would really like the fairy floss because the fairy floss is very similar, in my opinion, to this old DMC. It's what I remember DMC feeling like. I stopped cross-stitching in the early 90s when I hurt my hand. But I didn't realize that I was actually cross-stitching weird anyway. And no wonder my hand hurt. I was trying to do sewing method with a hoop because nobody had taught me that that wasn't a thing. And so, yeah. Let's see. Let me mark these off. Oh, you do like fairy floss? Yeah. It's very similar, I think. So now I've noticed that my floss is untwisting a little bit. Let me... and I have learned that I have to use smaller pieces, even though I could go farther with a longer piece. I do feel like it untwists and breaks down. So, there's that. It has a lot to do with how I stitch. I think I lose twist. Let's see what. Let me mark those. 3, 3. So I will. See, I got the hang of it stitching the wrong direction, and it works. And it is much easier just to work down. I didn't do a sprint, but yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna end this. So this way, I'm gonna go this way, and hopefully I can make it. Trying to get in between. There. Okay, I did it. I don't know if this is going to hold as well. It's really... Oh, it looks pretty good. I think I will do like an away thread like down here anyway and try to stitch over it a little bit. Cut that off. Yeah. So Janine says I like fairy floss better than DMC in truth. Yep, me too. Though as I said, this vintage DMC is very similar. And Clara says you can stitch in a hoop sewing message. You just have to have the fabric loose enough to get it to work according to Jean Farish. Yeah, see, I can't. That motion of this is what hurts my hand. So doing two-handed actually works. And so I had stopped because of that. Amanda says, I usually would end up with over-twisted threads. Oh, that's nice. And maybe because you stitch left-handed from bottom left to top right, then top right. Wait, hold on. You do the bottom left to top right, then bottom right to top left. Well, that's how I stitch it. I'm just stitching it different this time because of the, I have it orientated differently. And hi, Linda, welcome in. This is Dalliance. I just switched to it after working on Neko Hotel. I did my 500 stitches. I streamed earlier, so it was kind of a continuation of the earlier stream. And so now I'm working on Dalliance. It's a long dog sampler. And it's one of the picadillos. I think that's what how you say it. It's one of the little tiny ones. Oh, I just waxed that. Oh yeah, well I think it's gonna be better anyway. I just waxed the whole thing. But that's okay. So I'm going to, now I will work up here. And then if I do this, so I have it rotated 90 degrees. So this is actually the top of the pattern. But it's like a mandala, so mandala. So it's not, there's no real right or wrong on it. So I just switched my orientation on it and stitch away. And then when I get to the corner, then I will switch it back and then it'll be fine. Yes, most right-handers CH that orientation, most left-handed stitch the opposite of that. It's really weird. I'm ambidextrous, but I stitch left-handed. I didn't actually know that was wrong, but it's what's comfortable. I actually tried switching thinking that maybe it would make a difference, but nah, this is the way I stitch. So, but as I said, I usually do my legs the other way. Just have them this way for, Linda said, thank you. I missed your stream this morning. So happy I could catch you now. And Amanda says, I am too. It's not wrong. Thank you for catching the stream tonight. I said that I would stream since Yogi wasn't streaming. And yeah, I'm having fun. It's fun. We may not have as big a group or anything, but I don't mind. I'm not expecting it anyway. I keep pulling that out. Ambidextrous. I wonder what makes your floss untwist and mine twist then. That's weird too, because my yarn untwists too when I knit. So I've started winding my yarn balls and pulling them from the opposite direction, and that adds just a tiny bit of twist that counteracts my untwisting. So it must be how I'm stitching. I don't know. Amanda asked, do you have a regular streaming schedule? I just started not that long ago, so I've been trying to do it at around the afternoon my time. I live in Sweden, which is let's see. I'm trying to think. Where are you? Are you in the East Coast or West Coast? I'm 9 hours ahead of California. I know that. 6 hours ahead of East Coast. So I'm not sure. I think it was really early in the West Coast when I do my stream. Is that 6 or is that 9? I don't know. Oh, you're in the East Coast. So I'm 6 hours ahead of you. So right now it's 11:30. See, I can see that it's already starting to untwist because it's starting to look flat. Let me see if I twist it. But when I do bobbin lace, there we go. Cotton always untwists for me when I do bobbin lace. And it's really irritating because it untwists. I twisted it too much. That's okay. It'll untwist anyway. So I actually dislike using certain cottons, like crochet cottons for bobbin lace. Some of them, some of the vintage ones come in really, really fine sizes, and they're really great for bobbin lace, but they untwist so much for me that I end up sitting there twisting on my bobbins half the time. So I stopped using that, and I work with the finer cotton threads that don't do that, or linen. I don't do linen very often. I don't really like linen. Well, I lived in California, and the linen threads would just snap all the time because of they'd be too dry. Here it's a little different. Amanda says, thanks. I can keep a lookout now that I know your YouTube channel. And Laura says it's around 9:30 East Coast time. Oh, that's right. And Amanda says, I tat, but I've never mastered bobbin lace. I tat also. I'm not as good at, I mean, I can do it, but like, I mean, I've done some doilies and stuff, but I preferred bobbin lace. But I had started cross stitching way before then. And then I hurt my hand. And so I started doing bobbin lace because I could do it without that motion that bothered my hand. So like you can see how I'm not sure if you can see how I move my hand. The way I move my hand now, I use very little movement and it doesn't hurt my hand. But before, when I was doing the sewing method in a hoop, which I just can't even believe I did that, it really hurt my hand. I can't really hand sew either because it's that same motion that you do when you hand sew that is irritating. Okay, so I'm going to end this thread. And when I do, see, and that was another thing. I noticed the endings more on this than I did on other things because I was trying to hide them, but it wasn't hiding because you can't really do a pin stitch and it doesn't cover it up because it's a little bit too, what do you call it? Glass? Christina, what's glass? Glass. See-through. No. It's like the perfect word for it in Swedish. Thin, not really. It's like you can see through the fabric. So like if a sheer, well, it's not the same either. But you know what? You know how sheer curtains, how you can see through them. They're like see-through. That's what glass means. But in like weaving, you would call, like when your threads have spaces, you would call that glass. Yeah. It's a word I use often, so that's why I Yeah, see, that's why I use it, because it doesn't translate. Thank you, Christina, because I was like, I don't even know how to explain that. And I didn't mark any stitches here, so let's mark some stitches. And I went to here, and I have a box here. I did the box because I didn't want to like hit the bucket or miss stuff and make a mess. Let's see. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I took too many away. There. Okay. And I like this because now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the box a little bit though. So now what I'll do is I worked on that one spot, then I'll work on this part a little bit, then I'll go, and it kind of works nice. Oh, good. You understood. I'm glad. I'm going to drink my water a little bit. Oh. So let me move that up a little bit. Okay, so yeah. And actually, I waxed that, and I think that it stayed nicer longer. And it just might be me, how I stitch. You don't notice it as much on when you're doing a bunch of different stitches instead of just one stitch. Let's see. I've done 75 stitches already. I'm going to definitely do my 100 goal, right? Yeah, there's so many good Swedish words that just do not translate. And it's too bad because, you know, it's nice. There's so many. Of course, my favorite is Fika. Let's see, this is gonna go, yeah, I had to think about how this was going. This one's a bit dodgy, this little section. So I think what I'm gonna do is I will take that out. Yeah. It's kind of a try to figure out the best way to do all the stitches without starting and stopping. And if I do, let's see, where did I start? This here, 1, 2, 3. So if I go all the way down, here's another thing I can do. Whoops, that's wrong. Here. So yeah, okay, so if I go down 6 from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's funny because you think the long dogs, they're not difficult, but you kind of do have to consider your path of how you want to stitch it to make it work. And I keep pulling my thread out. So here I can, is that the right place? Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go up. 2. Okay, but I need to go this way. Wait, I did that wrong, didn't I? No, that's right. But that would have been wrong. Like, now I have to rethink my stitching here. There we go. Oops. So easy to slip back into the proper direction. No, that's wrong. Right? Yeah, okay. Lost my way a little bit. And there's 4 here. This pattern is just so pretty. And if I finish this someday, I want to start my the life after death. That's the one I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let me mark these so I don't mess up. Oh wait, I actually did mess up. Yeah. Well, let me remove that real quick. This is so loose, it kind of bothers me. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's remove that too. Oh, that's that way. Amanda says, I feel like many languages have words that convey entire concepts in a way that doesn't exist in English. And Christina's going to bed. Night, Christina. Talk to you later. Yeah, I totally agree. I don't. There's a lot of words that are the same in Swedish as English, so there is that. It wasn't super hard to learn. I mean, I still say things wrong all the time, and I still can't write Swedish, but you know, I can speak it pretty decently some days. I don't know if Christina would believe me, but keep pulling the thread out of the needle. So, and I say things that, because they sound like English, I use them improperly. That is a really big issue. And then nobody told me for the longest time, and then it was like, well, you know, I didn't know. And that's kind of a problem. Let's see, let's do that. And then I'll remove that for a second. Sometimes the little stitch counter thing gets in the way instead. So what is everyone working on? I think I asked before. I know Christine, Janine said she's working on a stamp kit. Laura said she's working on a stamp kit too. I remember now. And Christina was. So what is everyone else working on? I think, Clara said she's working on a hate saw. Okay, now I remember. I was like, didn't I ask? I don't remember. Yeah. Memory of a fish, obviously. Oh, okay. Wow, my internet just kind of lagged for a second. Hopefully it didn't drop out. Seems okay. Oh, pickles. Okay. And now I'm trying to decide. I have been using this Prism Studio now for a couple days, and I do think I like it. I'm just trying to decide if it's worth paying for it every month, or just leave the deal with the ads and the logo. I think I'm down at the bottom here. I just realized it's 3. I think I'm going to I still have a bit left. Yeah, I am a little too far down. I just noticed the Prism logo just looks like it. Changing to Blue Pill Saw in a bit after dinner. I kind of don't want to, but it came up on my wheel and does need some progress. Amanda is working on Antique Celtic Sampler by Elizabeth Needleworks Design. It says here, there be monsters with a dragon and serpent and maybe a spitting whale. Oh, that's cool. And Janine says, I forgot about Laura's pickles. That sounds pretty. I did a Quaker sampler with it was a coffee sampler because I love coffee. Oh, I just did that wrong. I just did the right. Did I do this one wrong too? Yeah, I did. Oh, and then I can't take it out like that. Laura says, I think I'll switch to a stamp kit once I hit 1,000 stitches on this one. Yeah, the Bluebells is like crazy confetti. I haven't done it in a while, but it's not come up on my wheel. Oh, it's just, that's gonna not work. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. I went up the wrong hole. These ones are right. Yeah, it's that one. Let's see, which way did it come up? There we go. Ah, fix it. There. Fixed. So it was, what was it called? It says, first I drink the coffee. I got it on Etsy, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is so me. Of course it was brown. Lots of brown. And that was a bit, but it turned out really nice. I'm going to end it over here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll end it on this one. Oh, that's not the way to do it. Irk. Okay, well, have to do it's like all backwards. It's like a little mind teaser. Oh, it's okay. I'm still doing it right, but I just have to think a little harder. Okay. So it's 12 now, and I have to get up in the morning. Ugh. So I probably should go. Let's see how many stitches I did. 104. Oh, how about that? Let's see. Wait, okay. I lost count where we were. Laura says, probably my Christmas piece. I'm almost down the left side on that and switch back and forth throughout the day. Janine says, there's no way I'm finishing 6 pages on that Sal, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, I gave up a long time. No, that's the quote. First I drink the coffee, then I do the things. It's from the Gilmore Girls, but the one I have just says, first I drink the coffee, ... It's a Quaker sampler. And Amanda says, now it's added to my wish list. And Laura says, I'd be surprised if I even finished page 1 on the Haid cell. And I can show you really quick. Let me see if I can get that to come up on. Why is that not coming? I guess I can't. Well, never mind. I don't know why it's not doing that, but never mind. I was gonna show you on the tablet, but I'm not even sure if it's still available. I bought it like 3 years ago or something. I finished it last year. I love it. I need to wash it and block it and frame it, but I haven't done that. So I did 104 stitches, which is what I needed for my rotation for non-full coverage. So I did 600 stitches, 603 stitches today total. So that's not too bad. So yeah, this is my orange dalliance. So yeah, there was a bunch of them that came out around the same time. I hadn't seen very many finished of that. It's one of the Ukrainian cross stitchers stores on Etsy. They all kind of carry the same thing. So Crafty Tabby Cat, hi, welcome in. I think I did that one a couple years ago. Yeah, I think it was pretty popular. Amanda found something similar, and red dalliance. It's not red, it's orange. Orange. It's 606, which is orange. What color is that? I'm going to look in my little floss book. Oh my gosh. Oh, everything's so we will look. Yeah, see, it's locked. Oh, no, I was going to say the screen's locked. Okay, 606 is orange, red, bright. Oh, here. So, is it 606? No, 608. Oh, never mind. Burnt orange, bright. That's red. That's orange. Oh, 608, not 606. Lord. Yeah, it said 608. It's 608. It's not 606. It's just me being a bit of a numpty and not being able to read numbers. So anyway, that's my DMC Fairy Floss master set, sort of. I just scratched myself on needles. Now my arm itches. Oh, nice. So anyway, so I will probably be on tomorrow. Everything's all messed up in my stuff in here. I'll fix that later. And I'll probably be on tomorrow, like my normal time. And Thursday, I'm not so sure. I really have to go outside on Thursday. I know, it's scary. It's scary out there. But I have to go outside and go to the weaving studio, or they've all forgotten what I look like since I haven't been there since August. No, I think I went in December. Okay, yeah, I went. We had a little party, so I went. But okay, so thanks for stopping in. Sorry it's not so long as Yogi's is, but I need to go to bed so I can get up in the morning and be somewhat alert and be able to stitch tomorrow night. That would be nice. I haven't spun the wheel for my full coverage, but I'm doing the dimensions for tomorrow night. So we'll see what happens, what I come up with. Oh, you know what? I could spin the wheel. I could spin the wheel right now. Hey. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it or not, but let's see if and then you guys can know what I'm going to work on, and then I'll prepare it for tomorrow. So I think you can see the box. There you go. Okay, so I have my full coverage. Let me see how that looks. Okay, so what is left over is Pricks Everywhere, Valentine Nook, Catnap, Thumbelina, Sailing Under the Solar Eclipse, and Bluebells. So, are we ready? Spin the wheel. And Catnap. Okay. That's okay. We'll go with that. Okay, Catnap it is. So, yeah, you get to see Catnap tomorrow. And, yeah. And then I'll work on dimensions tomorrow night. That'll be good. I get a little tired at night, so okay. There you go. I'm gonna work on Catnap tomorrow. So thank you, everybody, and I will see you all later. Thanks for watching and being here. And I'm going to, oh yeah, good. Do Catnap. You have so much more done on yours. Mine is a hot mess, but it'll be fun. I really like that project. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will. Janine says, you're excited as catnip as I was for bluebells. It's not that. I started it and I did it in tent stitch and I didn't like it. But so then I counted over to the other side and started it again. It's on 22 count. And it was a lot of confetti and I was struggling with the whole ending stitches. And then I had like a bunch done on the other side. And I was like, oh, that's just like, I didn't want to start. I wanted to start over, but I didn't want to start over, you know. So anyway, I'm happy about it because I actually do really like the pattern. So I'll see you all guys. I'll see you everyone tomorrow and have a good night, day, whatever. And see you next time. Thanks. And did it stop?